Hey guys, what's up? I know I said the last video would be the last video of the year, but I've decided to come back out of retirement because I want to answer some more questions. I love making videos, I love hearing you guys' comments, I love being in the community, so I figured I'm addicted to it, I might as well keep it going. I've taken off my glasses so you guys aren't bugging me, hitting my face, doing whatever, but I wanted to answer really common questions asked, and that is, should I buy an RX8? And it's asked in nearly every single video of every single comment, so I figured I'd take a step back and start answering some more of the recurring questions I'm seeing, because one, it's like 10 degrees outside, if not less. My cars are covered in snow, I'm too lazy to fish them out, I don't want to freeze, I'd have to go work on my car, so I figured I'd sit down and make some videos, so I'm sorry, just bear with me while the winter passes through. I'll try to make these as informative and as educational as I possibly can, just by sitting here without actually having to show you guys. So, should you buy an RX8? This is a common question that's asked, literally, like I said, across every video, and honestly, the obvious answer is going to be it depends on what you want to get out of the car, but let me go ahead and list the pros and the cons of the RX8, and believe me, there are plenty of both, more or less the con side in my opinion, but you're welcome to have your own opinion. If you disagree, leave it in the comments down below, but let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing you have to know before buying an RX8 is that it has a reputation of being unreliable, and there's a reason for it not having a reputation for being very reliable. That being said, if you really love the car, if you've wanted one forever, and you know the tips you have to go through for maintenance and stuff like that, I mean, there's no reason for not going for it. Like, if you were in love with the car, I would say go for it, obviously. Like, that's first and foremost, because if you're dead set on it, no matter what I'm going to tell you anyway, you're going to buy it regardless. Whether or not you want to hear it or not, you're going to go buy it. So if you're in love with the car, go buy it. Now, if you're sitting on the fence, which some of you guys are, but I'm assuming most of you guys are asking the question so you guys can be validated, if you're sitting on the fence between buying an RX-8 or not, I'd personally recommend against not buying an RX-8. There's plenty of reasons why I don't think you should. I think honestly you should buy an RX-7. That's another video, the RX-8 versus RX-7, I'll probably bring up as well. But as far as the RX-8, the pros for the RX-8 are that it's a very well-built chassis. The chassis is super solid. The car is super easy to handle. Like, it's a nice driving car. If you've ever sat and driven an RX-8, like, it's just nice. Like, you feel it's nice and solid. It shares a lot of similarities with an NC Miata. Like, it drives really nice. So if you just want a nice commuter car you can have like a little bit of spirited fun with, like, it's a great car. If you don't want over 200 horsepower, if you don't want to be smoking people on the streets and doing whatever, if you want a car that's for enjoyment, the RX-8 is for you. Like, if you basically, the litmus test for me is, do you like driving Miatas? If you like driving Miatas, you like driving an RX-8. And the reason is because Miatas don't make a lot of power, but they are super fun to drive. They can do whatever you throw at them. Like, they're nice cars to just drive. So if you like that similarity, I would highly recommend an RX-8. If you don't require power, if you do require power, I would completely step over the RX-8, not even go for it, don't even try. The only way to make an RX-8 fast is to literally put another motor into it. Like, you can play with the Renesis, but like, you're just playing with the time bomb at that point, no matter what you do to it. Renesises can make power, but realistically, you're not going to make power for very long, and it's not really worth it after all the money spent. And a lot of people say about rotaries too, but that's your own opinion, because a lot of people want to keep, the rotary alive. So if you want to get an RX-8 for power, 100% avoid it. If you want to get an RX-8 for handling and fun and enjoyment, go for it. That's totally cool. Now, another pro for the RX-8 is it's a modern car. Like, when you talk about rotary cars, you're thinking 93 RX-7s, 86 RX-7s, like S4s, S5s, FBs, SAs, and then your older rotary cars. You don't think of a modern car you can sit down in, have AC, power steering, a nice radio, it's nice and quiet to drive around, it has 4 seats you can pull people around with. Like, that's cool. Like, if that's what if you need double duty, like you need to move a family around or whatever, and hope to God your engines explode, an RX-8 is great for you. It's a cool car. It's a good basically, when an RX-7 is a sports car, the RX-8's a good sporty commuter car. Not a sports car, but a sporty commuter car. It is a purpose-built sports car. I'm not trying to talk down about it, but like, at the end of the day, like, the RX-8 was more or less designed for a car that you can do everything with, whereas the RX-7 was designed purely to be driven like a sports car. So when you look at the RX-8, like I said, so the main things you're looking for is, if you're looking for a car that's fun to drive, it can do everything you need it to do, and you want a modern car, like the RX-8's for you. If you want a car that's going to make power, if you want a car that is like a bona fide, like, pure sports car, like that driving experience, maybe not the RX-8, but it has plenty of fun. Like I said, you can't go wrong with it. Now, going to the reliability issues, the Renesis motor is known for its terrible reliability, and that is because of several reasons that went into the engineering to get it fit within emission standards. So you, like, the way the ports are designed, like, it's not like an RX-7. The apex seals are actually shallower than they are in the RX-7, meaning you have less life. The lubrication in the engine isn't quite as good as an RX-7 due to emission standards. Keep the oil out of the emissions to keep your whole system from getting all messed up and destroying the environment and killing polar bears and, you know, just having children abort themselves or whatever. So like the RX-8 makes a lot of sacrifices on the modern end to make up for it on the performance end, if that makes sense. So but I mean, there's plenty of modifications you can do to kind of get it up. Like, I mean, they come from the factory with not very much horsepower. You can bump them up like an extra 20-30 horsepower with an exhaust and doing all your standard stuff. So if you're going to buy an RX-8, make sure you go through reliability checklist. There's plenty of things to go through. Right off the top of my head, without really thinking, because I'm not an RX-8 person, so I'm sorry, like that's not my mind space. Catalytic converter needs to be deleted because they clog and they destroy your engines. I think that's really the main one. Your coil packs, they like to go bad in the RX-8, so be prepared to replace those over time. And then, as always, as I say with every single rotary car and every single video I've ever said about an RX-7 and RX-8, compression check the motor before you buy the car. And that's an obvious one by now if you've been keeping up with us over time. But every single time we talk about a rotary car, you need to compression test the car, because that is how you know how long the engine is going to last. Because when you buy a car, and I said this in my how to buy an RX-7 video and how to buy an RX-8 video, you need to have a rebuild ready to go as far as money goes, because just for safety, unless the motor is like fresh and you can check it and can verify that the compression is really good, just be ready to put a rebuild in at any time, because especially with Renesis motors, they get a little sketchy. So to recap, once again, I'm going to say this for the 5th time. I know I'm repeating myself. I don't want to keep going over and over and over again. But just a quick checklist is quick and dirty, and if you have any more ideas or reasons or anything down below, or if you disagree, if you want to make your opinion heard, leave it in the comments down below for sure. But to reiterate, if you want a car that is fun to drive, can do everything, and you're not necessarily concerned about making a whole bunch of power, you just want a car that you can zip around town and go to work and come back, pick up the kids, pick up the wife, pick up the boyfriend, whatever you have, and then go wherever you want to go and do whatever you want to do, and not have to worry about all the downsides of a turbocharged engine and all that stuff. The rotary car is cool. Like, I mean, the RX-8 is a cool car. A joke among my friends, however, is that the RX-8 has all the turbo rotary problems without the turbocharger. It is still unreliable like every other rotary engine to an extent, but you need to make sure you go through all the steps to take care of it and do everything like that. That's with every rotary car, obviously, but you need to learn, do your research, jump on RX-8 Club, jump on every forum, start watching more of our videos, because we'll have some RX-8 stuff here soon. Make sure you know how to take care of the car. I think that's the most paramount thing for any rotary car, especially for the RX-8, because a lot of them they're beaten like redheaded stepchildren, and then they are thrown away wet, and a lot of people pick them up, they get a garbage one to start with, and then they end up saying the RX-8 is a garbage car because of the previous owner. And a lot of people are in the same situation. So because you have a whole bunch of people, the RX-8 was a mainstream appeal car, and when you have a mainstream appeal car that doesn't have mainstream maintenance, those two worlds don't collide very well. So a lot of RX-8s are trashed because they're not maintained properly. So make sure you learn how to maintain the RX-8. And we'll make a video on that here eventually, maybe within the next few weeks, so you guys can kind of, because I'm sure you guys want to know. But make sure you know your maintenance. So if you're gonna buy an RX-8, make sure you know your maintenance. If the reasons you wouldn't want to buy an RX-8, if you want to make a whole bunch of power, if you want an aftermarket that is substantial, like crazy substantial, with a lot of technical support and whatever, I would go with an RX-7 more than I would go with an RX-8. And the last thing I have to say about the RX-8 is that be prepared to meet. And if you're an enthusiast coming from a background, say like I came from like Subarus and DSMs and Hondas and all that stuff, like a performance background, and then look at the RX-8 group, be prepared to be astonished by some of the things you're going to see. Like, a lot of RX-7 elitists will say that the RX-8 community is cancer for the specific reason that they're all about doing a whole bunch of non-performance mods, because like I said, the RX-8 isn't a performance-oriented car. That is the high end of high-end performance. It is indeed very much a car for everyone. So if you're not of the mindset of I want all my cars, if you're of the mindset of I want all my cars to be fast, I don't know how to make my cars go fast, the RX-8 community, they're going to find a few nuggets here and there from several people, but as a whole, you're not going to find that out of the community. So you're going to have to do a lot of research on your own if you want to actually make a car faster. But like I said, you need to put another motor into the car to make it faster, basically. So I'm going on a tangent, I'm rambling and throwing out random information. Like I said, if you have any more information to add, leave it in the comments. If you disagree, leave it in the comments down below as well. My name's Kenny McKee. Like I said, I'm sorry that I'm sitting in my room. It is very cold outside. I just want to make some stuff for you guys and do all that stuff. So whatever you want to see in the next video, leave it in the comments down below. I'll be sure. I'm gonna make more videos kind of talking about these things because I think they're cool. It's fun to talk about. They're super easy to make, and I like having this conversation, like the back and forth. So leave your comments down below. I'll be in the comments. Me and my buddy Jared will be in the comments. We'll be talking to you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.